want to show you something a little bit gross, but really interesting and could be a good product for you if your drains are a little bit stinky. Okay, let's look.
I started by unscrewing the drain cap, and that's just to give us access to the actual drain. Then you have to shake the can 10 times, and then I turned the cap into the open position, placed it on the drain, and pressed down. Almost immediately, you see a huge amount of foam come out of the holes in the sink. Gross. And you see some black stuff in there too.
Comes in a whole bunch of different colors and varieties, but basically they all work the same way. It is producing a massive amount of pressurized foam that goes into your drains wherever they are. You can use it in your sinks, your showers, your bathtubs, you name it. And then it gets whatever gunk is in that drain out. It's also good for kitchen sinks, but when I say gunk, I do not mean like a massive wad of hair or a bunch of food that's left over. I'm talking about sediment and biofilms and that kind of stuff. Where I think it's especially useful is any type of drain that has a little bit of a stink. Now, obviously, there are other products out there. I'm not saying you have to go get this one. This one is just kind of fun. There are lots of drain deodorizers and cleansing agents and whatever out there. This one is just kind of a fun project. Anyway, what comes up usually when you're done is a mixture of the foam with whatever gunk is there. And the gunk is almost always like brown, black, grayish. It's gross. If you're wondering how it even works, it's a super heavy dose of surfactants. Surfactants are the cleaning agents that you find in detergents. Could be laundry detergent, could be regular soap, could even be shampoo. But here you have a very high concentration of surfactants. So it's going to break up all sorts of gunk and mold and junk. And then all that pressurized air and foam pushes that gunk, the biofilms, the mold, whatever you've got going on in there, it pushes it right to the surface so you can get rid of it. And I want you to see how quickly it works, okay? It's quick. By the way, this is not sponsored. I haven't taken anything from the company. They haven't sent me free samples. I didn't request anything. I'm just telling you my own experience, what I've seen and how it works. And honestly, I'm giving it an 8 out of 10, not a 10 out of 10. I'm giving it an 8 out of 10 instead of a 10 out of 10 because it does clean, it does deodorize. It's really fun to use. It's visually very appealing. But it's a little bit messy, it's a little bit cumbersome, and at about $10 a bottle, it's not the cheapest product on the market. But one thing that's really fun is once that foam comes up and lifts all the sediment and gunk from your drain, if you walk away and you let the foam settle and you come back a few hours later, your drain will just be left with whatever gunk was in there. And that's pretty weird and interesting. And a thought before you run to buy it, it's not available at like every hardware store in America, and in other countries, I have no idea if it's available or not, but I have to tell you that every influencer on TikTok is pushing this stuff right now. On TikTok, it's like $20 a bottle. Sometimes you have to pay shipping. That's too much money. On Amazon, the 2-pack is like 26 bucks, but please do not pay that price. Go all the way down. You will see there's like a clippable coupon that makes it 2 bottles for under 20 bucks, so like under 10 bucks a bottle, and free shipping, so that's much better. If you end up buying this stuff and using it and making some type of video, will you tag me in it? Because I find a lot of satisfaction watching that foam come out of the drains. It's like disgusting and perfect. It's like pimple popping for your sink, and I like it.